Thanks for joining me. I am ready to just move my body. So let's see where the adventure takes us. Make your way down to the mat, sitting down, grabbing the backs of your legs, and just slowly lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Arms come down by your side, knees are bent. Take a nice good inhale. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. And let's just start moving slowly but surely. Inhale here, no movement. On the exhale, pull your lower back into the mat, peel and curl all the way up. And today we get Rosie joining us, the little puppy mop. Hi, puppy. Hold it here at the top. Press those arms into the mat. Inhale and exhale. Articulate all the way down. Uncurling completely at the bottom. Rib cage stays on the mat as you inhale into the sides and back of your rib cage. Ooh, lots of fun playing with a tennis ball. And rock your hips, peel and curl all the way up. Hold and inhale and exhale, coming all the way down. Good puppy. And let's do that one more time. Rock your hips, peel and curl all the way up to the top. Make sure you have pressure on your big toe, your little toe, your heel, your knees are reaching to the other side of the room. Get those hamstrings fired up. Inhale. On the exhale, articulate all the way down. Reach your spine farther down the mat. My head is going in one direction. My spine's reaching farther down the mat in the other direction. From here, bring those feet together, knees together. Hands come up to the ceiling. And I'm just going to wiggle my feet out just a little bit. And inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Press your lower back into the mat and sit all the way up, straightening those legs out. Belly button stays pulled behind you. Shoulders are out of your ears. And then tuck and take it down. If you want to bend your knees again, go for it. I'm just going to keep mine straight. Rib cage stays on the mat. I don't want a Mack truck driving underneath your ribs, so they're staying connected and on the mat. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Bring it all the way up. Get the ball, Rosie. Get the ball. Oh, she wants me to throw it. Please hold. Okay. All right. And then taking it all the way down. The endless energy of my little puppy. And inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts nice and smooth. Kill all your momentum. Bend your knees, grab the backs of your legs if you can. Whatever you need to do to create that positive pattern. Going straight up, no sideways, tilt, whatever. Creative, I don't know. I don't mean to squash your creativity if you're doing some funky thing, but you know, nice and steady and smooth. One more time, bring it up. Hold it up here. Sit up nice and tall. Interlace your hands behind your head. Flex your feet. Sit up tall. I'm going to wiggle around so I can really sit on the top on my sits bones, lifting my head up to the ceiling. Yours too. Tailbones anchored down into the mat. And from here, inhale. On the exhale, rotate to the right. Exhale a little more, rotate more, and inhale back to center. And take it to the left. Rotate and inhale back to center. And to the right, growing taller as you rotate, and back to center. And those feet should not be moving at all. So I want you to be rotating through your waist, not moving through your hips. Take it to the right one last time, and center, and to the left. One last time, and come back to the center. Reach those arms out in front of you. Come down to your shoulder blades. Your shoulder blades are just gonna kiss the mat. Shoulders, neck, and head are gonna stay lifted. Right leg comes up. I want it right over your hip, not closer. I want you to keep it out there a little bit. Hands on the top of your knee, and use that like you're pushing right into your hip, and lift your chest a little bit higher. Left leg stays straight as you float it right up so that your feet are even. And switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Switch each time, putting a little pressure on that knee downward so you can keep that chest lifting and lift. Keep your legs going. Interlace your hands behind your head and add a rotation. Cross and cross and cross and cross and wrap. Really feel that those obliques wrapping right across your waist. And wrap. And let's do 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, come back to the center. Glue those knees together. Drop your head back just a little bit, just to make sure you're not yanking on your neck at all. I want you kind of looking up to the ceiling, or kind of where the ceiling and the wall maybe come together. Just not down. I don't want you to be staring at your belly button right now. Look up a little bit. And then I want you to lift up right around your rib cage, just a bit more. And from here, both legs press out straight. They come up to the ceiling and bend and press them out. Bring it up and bend, press it out and up and bend. Let's switch directions. Float those toes up to the ceiling, lower down and bend your knees in. Float those legs up straight, lower down and bend it in. One more time. Float them up, take it down and bend it in. Hold here. Head comes all the way down. Give yourself a quick little hug, maybe a rock side to side. Always feels nice on your back. Yeah. And then let those legs float right back up to tabletop. Hands are gonna come into a little goalpost position. Knees are glued together. I want you to pick that right hip up to float your knees over to the left. Hold it here. Your shoulder, that right shoulder is quiet on the mat. Straighten those legs. Pull it back to center and bend and take it to the right. Straighten those legs. Pull it back to center and bend and take it to the left and straighten, pull it back to center and bend and over to the right and straighten, pull it back to center and bend, really just rotating right through your spine and back to center and bend. Hold it right here. Right leg goes long on the mat, left leg goes long on the mat. Arms come up to the ceiling, palms face each other, shoulders are pressing towards your hips, rib cages down. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Kill all your momentum. Sorry, we're gonna just have to kill it. Press into that lower back, squeeze those ankles together and roll all the way up to sitting. Hold it here. Bring those hands right out behind you. Come here, Rosie. Get the ball. Excuse me. I have to throw a ball again. Please hold. Okay. All right. From here, hands come back behind. Fingertips are facing your rear. And I want you to bend those knees. Put your feet flat on the mat. Lift your hips up. And I want you to really lift through your chest. So even though you're up here, you're not letting yourself drop. So a lot of energy there. From here, you're lifting your right hand, touching your left toes. They're meeting in the center. Touch and touch and touch. All this cross patterning is great for your brain. So right now, we're working our bodies and our brains. So you got that going for you. All right, let's do 4 more. And 3, nice and controlled. 2 and 1. Hold it right there and slowly lower yourself down. And from here, I want you to sit back right behind your tailbone. Toes are just hovering off the mat. Grab your shins. Shoulders are out of your ears. Rock back 1 inch and pull it right back in. And rock back another inch and pull it right back up. So nice and controlled. From here, rolling all the way back, staying off your neck and your head. Roll back. Come up and hold and take it back and bring it up and hold. Not pushing on your shins into your hands a whole lot. I want you to be using your abdominals. If you're wondering if you're using your hands, put your elbows on your knee, your hands on your head. Stay connected. Elbows and knees. Abs pull in right here. Yes, and hold, balancing. And take it back and bring it up. One more time. Take it back and bring it up. Hold right here. Let those legs float right up to tabletop. Fingertips reach to the other side of the room. If you need a little support on this, grab the backs of your legs. Otherwise, chest stays open as you slowly but surely, with control, come all the way down. Hands grab the backs of your legs. Look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Come back to the center and get nice and long. And bring it right back in. Inhale as you get long. Exhale, pulls it in. And reach and bring it in. And reach. And reach. And let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. Last one. Hold it here. Head comes all the way down. Right leg goes long on the mat. Grab a hold of that knee with your opposite hand and cross it over your body. Let that hand go out. Oh, Rosie. Oh, yeah. Can you see that tail wagging? She's trying to get a ball from underneath one of my reformers. So I'm going to let you breathe here, and I'm going to sacrifice myself for a minute to get the ball. Keep breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Oh, where is it? Oh, goodness gracious, Rosie. Okay. Okay, keep her busy. I'm back. Excuse me. Okay, on the next exhale, pull that leg back to center. Send that left leg long on the mat. Right leg comes up to tabletop. Grab that knee. Cross it over your body. Hey, puppy. Come here. It's a good girl. Yeah, it's a good girl. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And on the exhale, pull that leg back to center. And legs go long on the mat. From here, we're gonna do a little variation of a roll up. If this is a more challenging one, so if you would like, hands up. For the extra little challenge, hands are coming behind your head. And from here, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Same idea, pressing into that lower back, squeeze those legs together, and sit all the way up. Let go if you need to, bring it back when you can. Forehead rounds forward all the way towards your knees. And then from here, stack your spine, growing beautifully tall. And then from here, hinging like you're a plank from your tailbone to your head. Hinge back, and just about here, you're gonna tuck and round it back. Doing it again. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Roll all the way up, rounding that forehead towards your knee, and then starting at your tailbone, grow beautifully, beautifully tall. Whew, and hinge back, and tuck and take it down. We're doing two more. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. And roll it all the way up. Oh, it's getting tougher. And forehead goes towards your knees. And restack it up. This is definitely a challenging variation of the roll-up, so please listen to your body. If this is not what's working for you today, bring those hands out, reach for the ceiling, grab your legs. Inhale, last one here. Press your lower back into the mat, rolling up. Whoo! And forehead goes towards your knee, and then restack all the way up. Beautifully tall. And from here, I want you to make your way right on to your hands and knees, taking your time. All right, and from here. Uh-oh. The ball is dangerously close to the camera. There might be some wiggling. Hands are right underneath your shoulders, knees are right underneath your hips. I want you to tuck your tail, look into your belly button, and then uncurl and extend. And tuck your tail and extend. One more time. I want you to tuck and extend. Come back to the middle. From right here, right leg goes out behind you. Left leg goes out behind you. Find that beautiful plank. Shoulders are going down your back. The belly button's pulled to your spine. Back of your head and neck is lifted. And then from here, do not lift your rear. It gets to stay right where it is. Lift that right foot and give me a little lift. And lift, and lift. Lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring that foot down. And then your left foot is going to hover. You're lifting it higher than your rear. Feel those glutes engage right there and lift. Lift. Sorry, Rosie, I can't get that ball for you. I'm busy. I can't quite grab it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that foot down, and then knees come down, and then make your way right down onto your belly. Reaching those arms above your head. I want your nose just hovering off the mat. Press your hip bone and your pubic bone into the mat, and then pull your belly button up toward the ceiling to protect your lower back. From here, shoulders are out of your ears. I want you to think about length instead of height as you lift your right arm and your left leg, and then switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. You can keep going just like this, Or if you would like, you can hover both arms and legs and continue with that cross pattern. And once again, here's that cross pattern. So we're multitasking, working our back extensors, keeping us lifting tall, standing tall, and then that cross pattern. Take your time if you need to get this cross pattern. Helps your brain. Sometimes mine wants to go right, right, left, left. Make sure it's right, left, right, left. Right, left, left, right. How about that? And breathing in it. And exhale. One more time in. And exhale, lowering all the way down. And let's take a quick minute for a breath in. And on the exhale, I just want you to make your way onto your elbows, right underneath your shoulders. Push into the ground and slightly outward. And then I want you to curl your toes underneath you. Activate those legs so that oh my gosh, I can see my whole camera just shifted because of little Rosie Posey. She's not a very good movie producer, but no judgment. I might not be either. From here, belly button pulls up and lift your hips off the mat. Here we go. This is going to be some fun right here. All right, and then separate those feet at least the width of the mat. And from here, right leg hovers off the mat. Point that toe, reach nice and long. And then from here, I want you to balance and reach that left arm over your head. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. I'm just giving you 2 breaths. Lower that elbow down, lower that foot down. And let's do the other side because of course we have to. Hover that left foot. And then shift. Right arm reaches. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. That elbow lowers, foot lowers. Lower yourself all the way down. Push yourself up onto your hands and knees. Knees are separated, toes are together. Sit back right on those heels. And come up onto your hands and knees again. And then I'm just going to shift. So we're on our side. And I'm going to go all the way down onto my elbow. And from here, bottom leg is going to be straight. Bottom leg is going to start bent. Top leg is going to be straight. Elbow is right underneath your shoulders. Now, we're just going to do a few of these. So you can put all your weight on the bottom leg, some on the top, do any kind of combination, or if you would like, you can straighten out both legs. I'm feeling straight-legged today. Please choose what works for you. And from here, we're going to lift through our waist. Come up to a T. And then hold it here. I want you to imagine yourself a cute little rainbow. Lift your waist up. Come back to that T and lower yourself down. And come up to a T and lift like I'm poking you with my pokey little finger right in your lower waist. Lift. Come back to a T and lower down with beautiful control. No dead fish falling. And lift. Come up over the top and T and down. We're going to do one more just to be even. 4s. Sounds good to me today. And come up, lift, and come back to a T. Lower yourself down. Bend those knees. Push yourself up to sitting. I'm going to grab that left arm that I was just supporting on. Grab that wrist and stretch right over the top. Really finding that length all down that side of your body. Hi, puppy. Hi. Are you finding anything fun in the yard? And then reach up high, float those arms down. Let's flip those legs around to the other side. I'm going to go onto my right elbow. Again, start here with that bottom leg bent. If this is where you're at, that's awesome. Some days we just have that. So all the weight on your bottom leg, some of the weight on your top leg, any combination of that, or both legs straight. And from here, lifting all the way up. Arm travels over your head and lift your waist. Come back to a T and lower all the way down. And from here, lift. Feel that length in your body. Shoulders are out of your ear. Arm comes over your head. Lift a little higher. Come back to a T and lower yourself down quietly and with control. And 2 more. Let's lift. I have my head going in one direction, my feet go in the other, and lift. Find that length all along that side. and T, and down. One more beautiful one. Come all the way up and over the top. And T, and lower all the way down. Bend those knees. Push yourself up to sitting. Grab that arm that was supporting, that supporting elbow. Grab your wrist, lift up, and stretch over the top. Find that length. Sometimes your body wants to hide from this stretch by letting that top shoulder fold forward. Keep it open. And breathe, of course. And let those arms float down. I'm going to spin my feet right around. And I'm going to grab the backs of my legs, sitting back behind my tailbone. Right leg comes into tabletop. Left leg comes into tabletop. And if you need more challenge, reach those arms way out to the other side of the room and lower yourself down with beautiful, beautiful control. Bend those knees into a good tabletop. Arms come down by your side. And from here, extend them up to the ceiling. From here, float your legs over to the right. I don't want your legs shifting at all, so if there's one foot longer than the other, pick that hip up and make sure they're even. Lower back stays on the mat as those legs drop down and around to the left and cut it back to the center. Take it to the left. Lower back stays down. Lower those legs, circle them around to the right and cut it back to center. Float them over to the right and it goes down to the left and cut it and take it to the left and take it down and around and cut it. Do a quick check. Make sure you don't have any pinkies trying to help you out. Relax and turn off what you can relax and cut it. Last one, take it to the left. Take it down and around to the right and cut it. Hold right there. Bend those legs. Right foot floats down to the mat. Left foot floats down to the mat. Feet are hip width apart. And from here, I want you to rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up. Really hold a good tuck. So lower your hips more, tuck a little bit more, and then see where you can hold that and lift to. Inhale. On the exhale, right leg comes up to tabletop. And hips stay nice and level. Use your obliques, the sides of your waist, to keep those hips level. I don't want them dropping or dipping at all. And from here, tap that right toe down. Bring it right back up. And tap and up. Inhale, taps it down. Exhale, pulls it up. And tap. Make sure you know where your left knee is. Don't let it wander off to the side. I want some energy on that big toe. Keep it towards the midline. And one more time. Hold it up at the top. Extend that foot. Flex your foot. And then reach through that heel as you give me a little press. And press. And press. Feel that right glute firing. I feel mine. Come along with me. You got this. Go to your happy place if you need to. And 4, 3, 2, and last one. And bend into tabletop and float that foot down. Articulate all the way down to the mat, making sure that vertebra is moving independently. And let's rock our hips, peel and curl, get ourselves set to do the other side. Holding it up at the top. Inhale. On the exhale, left leg floats up to tabletop. Make sure those hips are level and tap that toe down. Bring it right back up. And tap and exhale up. My arms are pressing into the mat, helping me. My neck is reaching long in one direction. Let's do 3 and 2. 1, hold it at the top. Extend that leg, flex your foot, and press, and press, and press, and press, and press. Whew, and press. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Bend that leg into tabletop. Float it quietly down to the mat. And then articulate all the way down. Uncurling completely at the bottom. From here, straighten out those legs all the way. Just let yourself melt into the ground at this point. And then I want you to flex those feet and point them. And flex. And point. I always know we're doing a good job when my glasses fog up. We've hit that point. We've arrived. Flex and point and flex and point. And then from here, I want you to circle your toes in one direction. I'm going to the right. They're both going the same way. It's like our wheels on the bus. They're going round and round. And then switch directions. Circle it all around. Now they're going the other direction, to the left. And then from here, flex those feet. And now they're gonna go out to the side. They're going in opposite directions. I'm starting with my feet rotating out first. Getting all that movement through your foot, your ankles, your toes, and then switch directions. Making sure that everything gets a chance to move, and sometimes that's all we need. Just move. And flex those feet. Flex one, point one, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, switch, switch. All these ankle exercises are good for building the strength there. And then point both feet, squeeze those legs together, hands come up to the ceiling, shoulders press to your hips. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat, and roll it all the way up to sitting. I'm gonna readjust myself here, so I'm facing you, crisscross applesauce, and from here, sitting up tall. Inhale as you float those arms up to the ceiling, look up to the ceiling. Bend your elbows, squeeze those elbows together, squeeze your shoulder blades together, open your chest up, reach them back up to the ceiling, and float them all the way down. We're doing that 2 more times. Inhale, float your arms up, look up, bend your elbows, open your chest and shoulders up, reach up to the ceiling, and float down. And 1 more time, float those arms up, bend your elbows, really open your chest up, look up to the ceiling, and float those arms up, and come all the way down. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't hit subscribe, get to hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow, because every day is a good day for Pilates. Thank you.